Hello everyone, Leon X here, and welcome back to another Crimes and Punishments. And last time we left off, actually this case is the Queue of Gardens, and we just found out about a murder in some plant house, and we investigated. We did an autopsy of the person that got murdered, Montague Dunn. And now, we're gonna go question some people. Kew Gardens. There we go. Almost like an elevator music type, but you know, since we're waiting for the load times, we might as well just, sing a song or something. Alright, let's start with this guy. So, what is your relationship with Dunn?
As deputy director, how is your relationship with Montague Dunn?
To be honest with you, Mr. Holmes, it could have been better. You see, every Tuesday he would carry out his inspection of the gardens, but it was solely to make an impression. Great pretense that he cared at all. He would give out absurd orders, ignoring anyone else's opinion. He would then disappear for the rest of the week. He was what some might call a man of action. I'd say rather he was overzealous and chaotic. So after all, it was no wonder, perhaps, that he ended up like that, if you take into consideration his kind of lifestyle.
What is his lifestyle?
You mentioned that Mr. Dunn led a particular lifestyle.
Well, it's no secret that he enjoyed, celebrating, shall we say. He was a member of the London Smart Set. He was famous for it. That
And
he had an eye for the ladies, to put it mildly, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Hamish,
of course.
can you explain to us what
Everybody
happens
has an
to
eye
the
for the
colonial
ladies.
collection? It seems somewhat depleted.
But, most likely maintenance work, tidying up.
You're not sure, then? But you're the deputy director.
Well, I am busy. I cannot be everywhere at once.
What is your opinion of Albert as a student of botany?
He's useless. I often tell him so, and I can only give him cleaning tasks. Botany is not his life's work, and his father well knew it. He was furious about it.
He was.
Oh, yes. He forced his son to work here, and he never missed an opportunity to criticize him publicly.
Are you able to elaborate on that?
Well, for example, with our last exhibition here, Mr. Dunn had Albert make a presentation speech. But then, while the lad was speaking, Mr. Dunn interrupted him, asking him difficult questions, making him look like a failure. It was with the intention of making a fool of him, Mr. Holmes.
That must have been terribly humiliating.
Yes, he was crushed, and he had to leave. Everybody was making fun of poor Albert. That is, except for Miss Margaret White, who is such a nice lady and who always takes pity on Albert.
You mentioned a Miss White. Would you tell us more about her?
She is a student who works here part-time. She is quite charming indeed. She possesses a great talent for botany. You should take a look at some of her experiments that she carried out in the laboratory. Ah, if only she were not so naive.
Why naive?
The way she used to flutter around Mr. Montague Dunn. And he couldn't help but be flattered by all her attention. How could an intelligent woman such as Miss White not see through his game? I can only scratch my head and wonder.
Tell me, Mr. Hamish, do you grow the more deadly variety of plant here?
You mean insectivorous? Yes, but nothing larger than that.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our
so we just
investigation.
learned a lot about Montague Dunn. He was an asshole, man. Fuck. The biggest asshole in this plant house. Shit. And there's a naive girl here who just doing stupid things. Alright, back to Albert. Your father was a jerk, man.
I imagine that your relationship with your father may have been a strained one.
Yes. I cannot say that he was a kind man, for he never listened to me at all. He forced me to work here. But now, after his death, I've been pondering it over. Perhaps he wasn't so wrong about me after all. I have to follow his path, and I have to manage Kew Gardens, and I can do it. I can be as good as any other who works here.
If I were you, I'd just skedaddle and do something else, man.
We noticed that a part of the colonial collection has been cleared.
Ah. At the moment, I'm just dealing with the storage room. I don't know much about the other rooms.
Who is Miss Margaret White?
Ah, she is the young lady who studies with me. She visits here sometimes to help out with the greenhouses. In fact, she should be here today. She wanted to work at the seed house. That's the small greenhouse across from the large glass house.
Would you please tell us about Martin Hamish, the deputy director?
Well, I have to tell you that Mr. Hamish is not and has never been the deputy director of Kew Gardens.
Whoa.
My father would not have tolerated it.
Indeed? Well, that is most interesting. He told us that he was.
He just
Yes, because
gave
he
himself
believes
that
that
title.
the management should be passed down to him now that my father is dead. But in actual fact, Mr. Hamish only has the honour of being the garden's longest-serving employee. In fact, if we are to think logically at all, it should be me who takes over the management of Kew Gardens.
Do you not have a good relationship with Mr. Hamish?
I suppose so. But we have very little in common. Mr. Hamish loves his plants and Kew Gardens, and I cannot say that I share his passion.
I see. And how was his relationship with your father?
Oh, he hated my father. It was obvious. He would be furious whenever my father boasted of Kew Gardens in the newspapers or at conferences. He was convinced that my father was stealing all of the credit for himself. But my father treated Mr. Hamish in the same way as he treated anyone. Dismissively. With indifference.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Oh boy. Hey, Mr. I called myself Mr. Deputy Director.
Just be careful with the plants during your inspection.
Ah. Okay, so Mrs. White is in the small greenhouse. Small greenhouse. That's the nursery.
Nursery. Locked.
Oh, it's locked. Let's go back to the map. Seed house, try topics.
Seed house.
She must be at the seed house. Seed house it is. I think it's this way, right? It has to be. Oh, there she is.
Look, Holmes, this charming lady must be Miss White. She's entering the seed house.
Let's
There
go
is a
pay her
smell
a
of
visit.
burning.
Whoa, she burned something. Let's go check it out, huh? Let's go be a nosy little motherfucker who has to investigate. Why not? Ooh, gas mask.
A protective mask.
Someone set it alight, but it did not burn.
Careless,
A
careless,
broom
careless.
handle was half burned. A door handle?
Ooh,
Why would anyone
ooh.
throw such a thing in the fire? The door handle to the colonial collection and that of the fireplace are made of the same material. The remains of a picture frame. The plants were set alight fairly recently. Some have not completely burned.
Gosh, we are so nosy. Alright. Hit the T. Broken pots.
The symbol is not from Kew Gardens.
Let's go ask Mrs. White, the naive girl.
Open.
Open. Open sesame. Yeah, open the door and say, open.
Good day to you, miss. You have some very beautiful plants here.
Why, thank you, sir. And good day to you, too. But
Oh, I do beg your pardon. My name is Dr. John Watson. This is my good friend, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
I am honored to make your acquaintance, gentlemen. My name is Margaret White. Excuse me, but are you Sherlock Holmes, the great detective?
Of course.
Yes, I am he.
You do know
What
me.
a pleasure to see you here at Kew Gardens. Are you working on a case?
Yeah. Pretty much, you know, if I investigate here, somebody's fucked, you know. Shit. Alright, so, oop. Expensive perfume. Whoops. Pink mocks. She lacks nutrition. Okay. What else did I miss? The hell did I miss? What? Unmarried. Okay, figures.
Yes, a theft of plants that took place here a few days ago after their most recent exhibition.
Oh, yes, of course. I quite forgot about that.
Oh, it's quite understandable that you might forget about the theft of the plants, miss, after the tragedy that took place here.
Yes. The director was a truly good man. It is such a terrible misfortune.
So, one person favors
How
the
well
guy.
did you know Mr. Montague Dunn?
He was a master, a great leader. I saw him almost as a spiritual father.
He had an exceptional nature?
Oh, yes, indeed. He was always so active and so optimistic and very nice to me. Although he could behave harshly towards his son.
Why so?
He loved his son dearly and wanted the very best for him. It made him extremely demanding. Albert, who is naturally shy, suffered because of it.
Most of the doors in Kew Gardens are locked. Do you have a key to this room?
Oh, yes. Albert gave me a set of duplicate keys. He agreed I might carry out my studies without disturbing him. It is only temporary.
Would you happen to know why part of the colonial collection was cleared?
No, I have never been there.
Do you work here?
Part-time only. I am a biology student at the London University. I attend the same classes as the son of Mr. Montague Dunn. That is how I found my chance to work here for part of my thesis, you see. It is a great honor.
Thank you, miss. None of the 3 people who work at Kew Gardens know why half of the colonial collection was cleared. So, someone is lying. It is obvious.
I wonder who.
A ventilation system. It should regulate the temperature of the staff buildings.
Watson! Watson!
What should we do next, Holmes?
Okay, so... we... Let's go to our deduction board. Okay, so... Dunn was trapped, poisoning. After being trapped in the colonial collection room by the killer, Montague Dunn was affected by inhaling a virulent vegetal poison. I think that's how you pronounce it. Albert ambitioning poison. Nope. Albert. Such a beautiful garden. I'm stepping all over the place.
Dry tropics.
Okay. One more question, Albert.
Do you hold the keys to all of these locked doors?
Yes, you can have them. But I cannot give you the keys to the cloakroom. The employees' effects are private. I am sure you understand.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
So, do we have the keys?
Just be careful with the plants during your inspection.
Oh, shit. I'm gonna go nose around. Shit.
Newspapers discussing Kew Gardens.
Okay, so the Times. New plant species. The Kew Gardens teams are pleased to announce the successful production of a new variety of barley, one that retains a complete resistance to the cold. They have named it the Siberian barley. Mr. Martin Hamish, the proud cultivator of the graft, will hold a press conference next Monday morning upon this very subject. See, my dearest Margaret, following our last conversation, I believe it might be better if you vacate your position here at Kew Gardens. As you pointed out quite bluntly, you are no longer in need of my support. You are quite able to stand up for yourself in this world, as you say. Well, I'll give you back your freedom and wish you nothing but good luck. Montague Dunn. Oh, shit. Whew. Damn. The breakup. The breakup. That's what it's called, the letter. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I wasn't done examining things yet.
Champagne. Montague Dunn had good taste.
He was an alcoholic.
French wine. A remarkable vintage.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, okay. I see the fucking pattern. Damn it. Oh shit, what should I do? What should I do? Oh. Ah, fuck. All right. Okay. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. God dang it. One, two, three, four. One. What? Okay, I screwed up. 1, 2. One, two, three, four, five. Ha ha! Ha ha! Elementary. Lawyer's help. My dear friend, please allow me to express my disappointment upon reading your last letter. I am paying you to defend me, not to accuse me. Kew Garden is a royal institution. We are granted the great opportunity to travel the world and to save the most extraordinary, precious, and rare species of plants. Our duty is to protect such species and from those who might wish to use them for a dubious purpose. This divine syndicate of whom you speak have no right to hold such precious plants. Remember the case of June 14, 1889? So I must respectfully ask you once again to notarize the permissions on these plants on behalf of Kew Gardens. The documents were sent to you on Monday. See you in Boodles on Tuesday as always? Letter of complaint. Mr. Dune, we must ask you for the last time for the return of our dear sisters. You do not have any right to hold them in prison. They do not belong to you. Your so-called permissions are wholly false. You are hiding behind lies. The lie we need not to elaborate that was reported in the press as the case of June 14, 1889. What you have done is quite abhorrent. Be very sure that we shall never abandon our family members. We trusted you and regret have done so. The Divine Syndicate. Something's not doing well here.
I suggest that we don't tell Miss Margaret White about this document.
Debt of Miss Margaret White to Mr. Montague Dune. Rental of a suite of rooms at Oxford Street. An educational scholarship at the London University. Credits open at Hamilton. Radigan House, Taylor's, and at Bard and Sons Luxury Jewelers. Holy shit. She was spoiled and she didn't want to be with him and he just gave her the cold shoulder. Holy fucking shit. Naive girl.
A photograph of Montague Dunn and Reynold Hamish.
Just be careful with the plants during your inspection.
Can we go in here?
Locked.
Locked. Laboratory table.
There was a bottle here. It left behind a trace of the substance that pervaded the laboratory. Several drops of the substance were spilled. Someone carried this bottle around.
Gold dust? Good heavens. What's it doing here?
The gold is almost immune to chemical attacks, so it may be a valuable auxiliary for various experiments.
But why would anyone perform such experiments in a botanical garden?
Interesting.
Several drops of the substance were spilled. Someone carried this bottle around. The bottle is no longer here, but it is possible to detect a faint scent. We need a good nose.
Toby.
This is a table for experiments. It resembles my own.
Except
Only
I don't
this
have
one is
plants.
kept in good order, Holmes.
You know, you didn't have to say that, Watson.
A phonograph used for voice recording. Remarkable.
Yes, this is quite a modern laboratory. I don't hear anything.
Martin Hamish's perception of plants. The notion of communication in the plant world has long been considered marginal, yet I remain convinced that some plants do indeed transmit chemical signals in the event of attack.
A study report by Martin Hamish.
Try the next one.
And it seems clear from these multiple experiments that plants do respond to their environment and have a form of consciousness. Margaret White, February 1895. Report number 245.
Study report.
Chemistry bottles.
Chemicals. A sufficient quantity for some serious experiments. A botany book. This student's book belongs to Albert. locked.
Holmes, Albert Dunn didn't give us the key to this door.
It does not matter. We will open it.
Oh, we're not gonna. Oh. That. I want to escape. I don't want to do this. I can't exit. What the heck? That son of a bitch. Okay, well, we're gonna stop right here. This has gone on far too long. So, yeah, I just want to say if you guys like this video, just make sure you guys subscribe, comment, share. And I'll see you guys next time on another Crimes and Punishments. Have a good day, everyone.